this is Heather of Wild Whisper Designs, co-owner with my friend Suzy Dubé, and today I'm here to share with you the new Focus on You collection. This is our release for January and we're really excited about it. The collection is all about getting yourself in the album and scrapbooking about yourself. There's some really awesome prompts that are in the card collection, and I think that it will really help you to focus on yourself this month. January is often seen as a month of self-reflection or goal setting, so I think it's really appropriate for this time of year. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the card pack, the 12 by 12 paper pack, as well as our brand new edition, the stamp set. We're really excited about the stamps that coordinate with the paper. So I'm going to start with the 12 by 12 papers. They come double-sided and there are 6 sheets in a pack, and these are designed by myself and printed here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So it's all Canadian. Same with the card pack as well. So let's open these up. Okay, so in the paper pack you will get this little cover sheet which gives you an overview of the different patterns in the collection, so that's pretty handy. You could even cut this up if you wanted to use it, or cut out this title if you wanted to use that. The first sheet, which I love, is this wood grain design, and it's an orange color from the collection. Just really love this tone-on-tone subtle orange wood grain. It's a large wood grain print, so it's a bit more unique than those really small wood grains. And then we've got our branding strip on the bottom, of course, with our website and made in Canada, all photo friendly. On the back of that, we've got this nice purple heart pattern. So there's solid and open hearts on there, and it's a nice smaller print. At the bottom of the back of the branding strip, we've got some of the text on there, which you'll see later on a pattern. This is the awesome camera print. I really love this one. I love cameras and I was super excited to incorporate them into this collection. I think it goes because of the focus title. So cameras focus, but we're also focusing on ourselves. Just a little play on words. So there are real images of cameras here, as well as a hand-drawn image of a camera. And this camera is actually in the stamp set as well. It's a smaller scale in the stamp set. You can see the comparison there. It's hard to tell on camera, but the stamp is slightly smaller than the paper image. And then on the back side, we've got just some nice painted stripes, a really subtle gray on a light purple, and I love that watercolor look. And then on the bottom strip, we've got some hearts. Here is the lovely floral that a lot of these stamps go with. I've included all these different pieces so you can actually stamp and build your own floral that matches this perfectly. And you can, of course, stamp in any color you want. So these are the really fun florals. We've got some sprigs with berries, some leaves and such, and flowers, of course. So that's a really fun one. It's a kind of a larger floral, and then there's also these leaves thrown in as well. So that'll be really fun. You could fussy cut these and use them as die cuts, or you could use them as embellishments, or use this as a whole background, whatever you prefer. Then we've got these little star explosions in different sizes here on the reverse side. And we've got a little leaf border in yellow there at the bottom. These stars are actually also in this image. This is the galaxy paper, which we really love. And if you look very closely, there's those stars in this paper as well. And then, of course, lots of splattering and different things to make it look very galaxy-esque. And it's got the purple and the orange and the blue in it to coordinate with all the colors of the collection. on the back of that, we've got this leaf image with splatters. The splats are that nice purple color. They kind of look blue on screen, but they are more purple. And then there's all these overlapping leaves at a large scale, but you can see they are transparent, so where they overlap, it creates a neat look. Then on the border strip, we've just got some purple circles there. Next is this bokeh image, which we created with Suzy's photography. I love how this turned out, all the different sizes of the bokeh circles, and it's just a really fun one. It'd be a great background, or you could cut this up. It's really fun, and it's the beautiful blue color that coordinates with the collection. On the back, we've got little yellow circles that are just doodled, and that's a really fun one as well. A nice simple background. And then on the bottom strip, we've got little tiny cameras, which are really cute. That would be a fun strip to cut off. And then we've got the text paper. So there's a few different phrases on here. Focus on you, be who you are, me time, love yourself, and bravely be you. And I think this one would be fun as a background or cut up as well. And it certainly gives the idea of focusing on yourself. On the back, we've got the feather pattern, which is awesome. There's feathers going upwards and downwards in all which ways. And if you look really close, there's like a white outline sort of behind the feathers, and it just gives more detail. And there's teeny feathers and medium feathers. That's a really fun one. And then there's just some of those stars at the bottom there in orange. So those are the 12 by 12 papers. So next is the card pack, and we've got this nice cover showing a little preview of what's in here. There are 5 4x6 cards and 12 3x4 cards, and those are all double-sided as well. And again, these were designed and printed here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. You get this nice cover piece, which again you could cut up and use if you wanted. I'll go through the 4x6s first. So you get this nice blue wood grain one, which is of course the same pattern as this, but it's at a different scale and different color, of course. On the back of that, we've got these stars and an ombre in the orange color. Next, we've got these lovely, lovely feathers with a subtle circle pattern behind them, and you can see the details of the watercolor in the feathers. On the back of that is this quote, "Your worth is far beyond what you know," and in some of the words is this subtle circle pattern again, and on the background is the bokeh pattern in a yellow color though. This card says, "Imagine if we obsessed about the things we loved about ourselves," and I think that's a really awesome quote. And again, it's got a subtle circle pattern, which is lighter, a bit lighter than this feather card, as you can see. And on the back, another quote, "I'm finally smiling for me again," and it's got some of the florals on there, and the word smiling has the wood grain in it. Next card is this awesome camera image, and it says "Love yourself" up here, which I think is really cool. Then we've got this simple stripe one with some hearts at the top in the lovely purple color. And this floral, this again is the blue wood grain that is the same as this, although it is in a lighter version, and we've got the floral on there, which I love how it just pops off that fun wood grain background. And on the back of that is a journal card that says "Be who you are." So those are really fun and have good prompts for scrapbooking about yourself. Next, we've got the 3x4 cards. So there's this one with the galaxy pattern on it. On the back is a journal card with the floral. we've got a bokeh pattern with journaling stripes that go right to this edge but have a border on 3 sides. This feather rather, has an image of a sunset, so this is an actual photo of a sunset. It's a really nice color scheme, and that's where we got the color scheme for this whole collection from. This one says "My Happy Soul" with the camera and a little heart in the camera with the wood grain background again. We've got these sprigs here on the reverse of that. Whoops. This lovely leaf image with some splats and some leaf details. This is the image that the collection was inspired by. It's a sunset image and it says "Focus on You" with the trees in silhouette at the bottom. This is a lovely label card with the camera pattern on it, and then some stars on the back. Lovely floral card, and a quote on the back that says, "And so she decided to start living the life she'd imagined." Next we've got these cards. So this one's got a banner, which would be the perfect size to stamp a little date in there, with the nice floral as well. On the reverse is this star pattern with a heart there. A quote that says "Don't believe everything you think," with the stripes and the orange color. On the back of that is "Fall in love with taking care of yourself," and that is in kind of 2 different versions of the galaxy pattern. So there's dark galaxy in the quote and then a lightened version in the background, so it creates a really neat look. This camera image, and in there it says "Happy Soul," and then the little Polaroid rainbow is in color there too, so that's super cute. On the back of that we've got tiny heart pattern in an ombre with some hearts at the top, which are actually sort of transparent, so you can see the tiny hearts through them. It's hard to see on camera. A journal card that says "Bravely Be You." Strong, brave, fierce survivor with the bokeh pattern in the back, and this is also on the stamp set, although in much smaller scale. I love this. This one, "Be a Light," which I think is very inspirational, and a feather with some journaling lines. The splatters with just a white background, blue and purple on here, and then more feathers with a dark gray background. So those are all of the cards. I hope you enjoyed those. I think they're really a lot of fun and some great prompts in there. Now I'll give you a closer look at the stamp set, and this will make more sense now that you've seen the whole collection. So we've got these awesome photopolymer stamps. They are very high quality. They actually have a lot of detail, as you can see in this camera image. It's hard to see actually on the stamp, but it's very detailed, and I love these images that just coordinate perfectly with the collection. So on the back here you can see we've got our logo log, and then it says our website, and that these were made in the USA. We couldn't find a Canadian manufacturer for these, but we were happy to go to our American neighbors. So I've already used some of these, but you can see they come just like a normal stamp set, and you just peel off the stamp, stick it onto an acrylic block, I don't have one handy, and then you ink it up and stamp it. So I'll show you. These are some of my very quick test stamps. So here you can see a bit better there how detailed that stamp is. I didn't stamp it perfectly, so it looks a little more distressed on this edge, but this edge you can see how detailed that is. This is the leaf stamp, which I just adore. I think it's a perfect size and it's so cute and little. This is the quote, and again I didn't stamp it well there, but here it is really nice in a dark ink. And this is the feather. We've got two feathers here, so you'll see there's a solid feather and an outline feather, and this is both of them on top of each other. So the red is the solid, and then I stamped the outline on top of that. It's not lined up perfectly, but I really like that aspect of it. It just gives it so much interest, and I love how that looks. And I'll definitely be doing a tutorial soon using all of these different little pieces. This is intended to be the center of this flower. This is the center of this flower. There's a bunch of leaves. There's also some little hearts and some sprigs with berries. For example, this sprig layers with these berries and it lines up perfectly. There's also those stars in there in a few different sizes. So there's lots of fun images and possibilities with this stamp set. We're really excited to get using it, and I can't wait to show you some demos. It also has the title of the collection, Focus on You, so I think that's a really great one. And this can be used in a lot of different ways. You don't have to use this as the center of the flower, for example. You could create your own background with that image itself. So lots of possibilities. We're really excited about all of these things for the new collection, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week.